What's up, everybody? It's Kevin Duffy of the Boston Herald, joined by Guregian, Patriots beat columnist here at Gillette Stadium. Week 12, and it might be maybe one of the more boring games on the schedule here. The Patriots are playing a Jets team that also had a bye in Week 11 and also got absolutely destroyed in Week 10 against the Bills. They gave up 40 points to the Bills. And I know the NFL is weird and things change week to week, but the Jets aren't trending in the right direction. This looks like a perfect bounce back spot for the Patriots. So the three keys to this game, where do you want to start? What's number one for you?
Given the Patriots haven't done well on the road, and given in all of those games they've been starting out so slowly, their first quarters have been dreadful. They really need to come out and attack. They need to score early and score often, and just don't give the Jets any life at all. Just pound them. I would say, whether they get the ball first or either make the stop or just go right down the field and score and keep scoring.
Yeah, the trend on the road this year has been the Patriots getting behind, and it's not something we're used to seeing. Past 3 seasons, they only fell behind by double digits in 3 games. This season, it's already 4 games. All of them have been on the road. They lost 3 of them. So it goes without saying, but it's a totally different game when you give up touchdowns in your first 2 possessions and you're starting down 14-0. It's a long game, but that changes the way you have to play offense. And just statistically, the success rate of those teams is terrible. If you fall behind by double digits in the first half, teams are 11-91-1 this year. So 11% chance of winning.
Yeah, it's just an odd thing. They were such a good road team last year, and they've been traditionally a good road team. But this year, they've really kind of stunk it up. Yeah,
it just has kind of snowballed for them in games at Jacksonville, Detroit, and Tennessee. Hard to see that happening here, but you never know. Second key, I would say, balanced offense is important. I think Brady's at the stage of his career, and it's been kind of an uneven season for him. You don't want him throwing 45 times. I think they're at their best when they're basically at a 50-50 split. And in weeks 4 through 6, when this team really started to come together, Sony Michel was carrying the ball 20 times a game, had 100 yards every game, and that was kind of the foundation for what they were doing. So you want to get back to that. And I know it's been tough in recent weeks because you fell behind against the Titans, and Sony Michel was injured for the 2 games preceding that. But now that Michel is healthy and you're playing a team that you should probably dominate, you want to get back to that 50-50 balance.
You're absolutely right in having that balanced offense. Brady is so much better. The offense was working in those games that you mentioned for weeks 4 through 6. Everything is set up so much better. Their play action, get the running game going. That's the ticket to a more successful offense for them.
And I would say the third key, Josh McCown probably is going to be the starting quarterback here. Sam Darnold has returned to practice, so it could go either way. But McCown is pretty good, and he had 354 passing yards against the Patriots last season in a pretty close game on the road. All these games, despite the records when they play at New York, have been pretty tight. I think the last 5 have been one-possession games. So the Patriots, you would think, are motivated coming off that Tennessee loss, but they really can't afford to overlook the opponent here because McCown can move the ball, and the Jets do have some big play guys like Robbie Anderson, who had some success against them last year, Quincy Enunwa. They're not a great team, but I talked to Duron Harmon yesterday about just the scoring numbers in the NFL, and what he said was that every team has good skill position players, just some teams are more consistent than others.
Right, and I'll say one more thing. I don't think Todd Bowles is long for the head coaching job with the Jets, but every time it seems his job has been in jeopardy in the past, the players have risen to the occasion and played very well. They just got blown out. They didn't give much effort. They will give a much better effort in Sunday's game.
We'll talk to you guys from the Meadowlands, Patriots at Jets on Sunday. You can find all our coverage of the game at bostonherald.com.